Congratulations, we got your offer accepted. That's the easy part. Now it's navigating through what we call the escrow process. So, first things first, we want to get the fully executed agreement over to your lender so they can lock in your loan rate. Go over the final figures to make sure you're still comfortable with what might be your new payment based on your new mortgage amount. In addition to that, we probably want to factor in the property taxes and insurance. That way you know what your full all-in monthly payment is. In addition to that, we're going to need to get the earnest money deposit, the good faith estimate, over to escrow within the first 72 hours of getting your offer accepted. Remember, that's generally going to be 3% of the purchase price that we went over together when we filled out your offer. That needs to be wired directly from your bank over to the escrow company again within the first 72 hours. In addition to that, I'm going to supply you with a couple of home inspectors that we generally use. Or if you have your own home inspector, we're more than happy to hire them too. We want to knock this out in the first 5 to 7 days. Generally, when an escrow falls apart, it might be due because of the property's condition, because of what the home inspector finds. So we want to get on that as soon as possible. That way we know whether this is something you want to move forward with or not. The inspector is going to go on the roof, under the house, and if there's crawl space, check out the major ticket items, foundation, electrical, plumbing, the roof, and the windows. In addition to that, they're going to test the appliances. They're going to know anything and everything that may or is a potential concern to you. It's going to be a long laundry list. So once we get that home inspection back, you'll read the report, I'll read the report, and then we can put our heads together and figure out what we would like to ask the sellers to either repair or replace or credit us a specific amount that we can go ahead and take care of the work on our own after the close of escrow. You can also get this credit to reduce the sales price, or you can have again seller credit, which can be that of $5,000, $10,000 credit will go from the seller and be applied towards your closing costs. Therefore, you have less money out of pocket to bring in to wire to the escrow table at the time of closing. In addition, at the home inspection, I also like to go over all the seller disclosures. We can either sit at the table or we can go over via Zoom, but these are all of the documents that the sellers are required by law to fill out. The two common documents that I specifically want to see are the seller's property questionnaire and the TDS, which is the transfer disclosure statement. These are two documents that the sellers have to disclose anything and everything of material facts that you as a buyer would want to know. As an example, is it over an airport or an airport flight path? Do they have an angry neighbor who flies off the hook every other week? Does the window in front of the bedroom not open? So anything that is not operable or there is a challenge, the seller should disclose that. I want to know about that. That way we can make our home inspector aware of it, so they can go ahead and further evaluate it and note it on the report. So not only do we want to do the home inspection, we also highly recommend a termite inspection where we'll have a pest control company identify if there's any dry rot or termite infestations. If they find droppings more than 3 locations around the perimeter of the house, they may recommend a few negations. This is negotiable either a buyer's expense or a seller's expense. It is completely negotiable and a good thing for you to have me in your corner to negotiate that on your behalf. The other inspection I would highly encourage you to perform is a main drain outline. This is going from the house to the public sewer system. A lot of times the people have not redone that piping. It's a small galvanized pipe like this, and over time the hole starts to close up. There's also trees and roots that tend to go through these pipes as well. So if the homeowner has replaced this at some point in time, then you're probably good. If they haven't, then what happens is these are the main lines that back up into the house, and that's what we want to avoid. This is an inspection of about $250. They're going to put a camera down the pipe to see what they see. Make sure that it's clear and free and that there are no further challenges that we should be concerned with. In the next video, we're going to talk about what it is that we're going to ask if we do find problems with the house. What rights do we have? And that's going to be the request for a repair list, and I'll get into detail on the next video.